Tjena fan! Hej och välkommen till Gnesta Gaming och den absolut avslutande delen och kapitlet av The Beast Within, A Gabriel Night Mystery. Och vi hoppar rätt in här.
Der Fluch des Engelhart by Richard Wagner, conducted by Herr Klaus Immerding and Herr Georg Immerding. I can't believe we've pulled it off.
I will make him famous. Ritningar, kristallkronor och allt möjligt.
The Curse of Engelhart by Richard Wagner, Act 1. Many years ago in a small German village there lived a young man named Engelhart. Engelhart was a lowly blacksmith's apprentice. He was fair-faced, but by nature gentle and shy. Being orphaned, and having lived with a blacksmith in virtual slavery since his parents died, Engelhart had nothing in the world to claim as his own. Nothing, that is, but an amazing talent. For 10 years, the beautiful and much-desired wares that had passed for the blacksmith's own had actually been produced by Engelhart. The blacksmith, a greedy and vain man, was determined to keep this a secret. He forbade Engelhart to ever work the metal in front of another soul, on pain of death, but the blacksmith's ingratitude went further still. He was so plagued with envy of Engelhart's talents that he treated Engelhart like a lazy and worthless dog.
What an asshole.
The other villagers, assuming that the blacksmith's behavior toward Engelhart must be deserved, followed suit. Now in the same town there lived a rich baron. The baron maintained a patronly and righteous face with the villagers, but it was rumored that he was actually unspeakably cruel and wicked. There was also a young maiden, Hildegunde, who was lovely and good-hearted. Hildegunde was the only one who took pity on Engelhart and was kind to him. Engelhart loved Hildegunde madly, but was too shy and too penniless to even speak of it. In the first act, we learn that Hildegunde's parents, blinded by the prospective fortune, have betrothed her to the Baron. When Hildegunde learns of this, she is terrified and protests that the Baron is reputed to be evil, but her parents brush this off as jealous rumors and demand her obedience. Poor Hildegunde is too good to defy her parents' wishes, and so she reluctantly agrees. The Baron, with great public ceremony, sends Hildegunde a betrothal gift of a silver jewelry box. Hildegunde, overcome by her fear and anger at the betrothal, casts the jewelry box into the fire. She is immediately remorseful and pulls it out, but it is too late. The delicate silver has been badly marred. Hildegunde fears for her life when she sees the damage. She is afraid the blacksmith would report the damage to the Baron, so she approaches Engelhart and begs him to help her. Engelhart thinks of his master's warning, but determines to disregard it for Hildegunde's sake. He melts down the silver and constructs another box even more beautiful than the first. When Hildegunde sees his great artistic skill, she falls in love with him. The two come together in an aria of love, but their bliss is momentary. What about the betrothal? The young couple, knowing the Baron will never relinquish his claim, decide to run away. Act 2. The Baron learns of Hildegunde and Engelhart's disappearance. He is so furious that he hires hunters to track the pair down. Hildegunde and Engelhart are found and arrested. In a public trial, Hildegunda pleads their case in a stirring aria. She tells the townspeople of Ingleheart's great skill and his mistreatment by the blacksmith. She tells them Englehart is good and kind. The blacksmith should be turned out for his evils and Englehart given the shop. Then she and Englehart could marry and live in peace with their neighbors. Her parents chose a groom for her, but she begs to be allowed her own choice. It is then the Baron's turn to speak. He declares that he has been terribly injured, a victim of a wayward girl. His marriage claim was first. There can be no other. He implies that if the villagers do not help him make it right, he will remove his aid from the village coffers. Then the Baron turns to Englehart.
And the blacksmith was an asshole, and the Baron is an even bigger asshole.
By the rights of the injured, the Baron announces he is empowered to set a curse. The Baron curses Englehart with a terrible and ancient malady, that whenever the moon shines in the night, Englehart will become a marauding wolf. The village is terrified of wolves and has been plagued for many years by a local renegade wolf which has taken the lives of many children. The Baron further declares that because he is merciful, he will still marry Hildegunda, but not until she renounces Englehart with her own words. Until she does, he will keep her safe from further shame by locking her up in a small room at the top of his house. The villagers naturally side with the Baron. Hildegunda goes to her prison, and Englehart does indeed become a wolf at night. At first, Englehart is hated and feared by the villagers. They make the sign of the evil eye at him and will not tolerate his presence in town. But soon, rumors start to circulate about Englehart the wolf. It seems he is always careful not to harm any human being nor any domestic stock. In fact, he even does some good for the villagers. He scares away bandits and he keeps the renegade wolf at bay. No more children are lost to the fangs of the night. Englehart's kindness shines through even the dire nature of his curse. Hildegunda, meanwhile, still loves Englehart as much as ever, whatever curse he might be under, and whatever acts that curse might force him to commit. When she hears of Englehart's successful mastery of the curse, she dedicates herself to him forever. Hildegunda tells the Baron that she will never renounce Englehart. The Baron's plan having collapsed before him, having given Englehart dignity rather than removed it, he flies into a rage. He tells Hildegunda that he will marry her anyway, and on the morrow at that. She will become his wife or her parents' lives will be forfeit. Act 3. The final act begins with the wedding feast for Hildegunda and the Baron. Hildegunda has cooperated due to her fear for her parents' lives, but now that the service is over, she is horrified to find herself that Baron's wife, and is mourning her final separation from Englehart. After her poignant opening aria, the Baron approaches her and tries to draw her back to the party. He calls for the entertainment, hoping to cheer her up. In strides a traveling show of minstrels. They wear comic costumes and full face paint and immediately proceed to play and juggle for the crowd. One of them, a mime with a tragic frown painted on his face, seems to want to hover near and amuse the bride. She keeps brushing him off, clearly depressed and tearful, and he does his best to make her laugh. After the amusing antics of the minstrel's first song, the tone changes and the minstrel's music grows dark and theatrical. The Baron protests, preferring the comedy, but he's reassured by Hildegunda's father. The minstrels gather in a circle around the frowning minstrel. They whirl around him, and he slowly sinks from sight. The music grows more frantic. Suddenly, the minstrels burst apart like petals, and standing in the center of the room is a wolf. The villagers scream, but Hildegunda cries out that it is Englehart. The wolf does not attack the crowd. It only lifts its head and begins to howl. The Baron screams at the wolf to stop, and he screams at the villagers to kill the wolf, but they only stare in horror. The Baron pulls his hair and gnashes his teeth. He rises and makes it to the center of the banquet hall, where he falls down in a heap of wedding silk. What emerges from the silk is another wolf. Englehart has revealed the Baron's terrible secret for all to see. He was the renegade wolf that had terrorized the village. The Baron wolf escapes from the hall through the main archway. Englehart leaps after him. The villagers rally in a cry of horror and fury. One of the men grabs an axe from the wall and entreats the others to follow. They will stalk and kill the murderous wolf. The villagers storm through the archway. Hildegunda follows. The final scene takes place in the woods outside the village. The villagers hunt the two wolves. They follow the wolf tracks, singing of the apparent ferocity of the battle between the two wolves. Hildegunda answers the men's excitement with her own fear for Engelhardt's life. The crowd emerges into a clearing. There, the two wolves are engaged in a final deadly embrace. As they watch, Engelhardt triumphs and the Baron Wolf sinks to the ground and dies. Unfortunately, Engelhardt is mortally wounded. His curse has been broken by the Baron's death, but it is too late. Hildegunda sings her love to him, while the villagers pronounce him a great hero. Engelhardt dies, and all mourn in a sorrowful final aria.
Spoiler alert!
Grace Nakamura.
We have 1 hour, people.
Herr Emmerding. Herr Emmerding.
Yes, Mr. Costello.
Herr Emmerding, I must again protest about my lack of vocalization in Act 3. I have not a single note until the transformation aria.
Now, how many times do we have to go over this? You are disguised as a silent minstrel.
I know it, but an aria, sung to the audience, off to one side, would be very effective. Hildegund has one.
Yes, but the audience is not supposed to know it's you until the transformation into a wolf. It's a surprise. You know, surprise.
I realize that's the way it's written. I simply disagree with its effectiveness.
Your opinion is noted. It's time to get ready, Georg.
You go. I want to go over this one more.
Great. Soon is showtime.
How are you holding up, Georg?
Oh, man. I'm going crazy. I wish I had never blackmailed Klaus into letting me conduct.
Don't be ridiculous. The opera was your discovery, Georg, remember? You'll be famous after tonight.
Assuming I don't make a complete ass of myself.
There's no easy way to get there from inside. There's no easy way to get.
There's no easy way out.
The dressing rooms are back there. They're probably a madhouse right now. Looks like an old set piece. A lot of theater junk. A lot of theater junk. Looks like an old set piece. Looks like an old set piece. Cool air's coming in through that vent. It must lead outside. Grace Nakamura. That rope might come in handy.
Oh, hela skiten.
Oops.
Well, you don't know when you need a good piece of rope. Tjena, Gabriel! Här är du.
Here's that list I made. A seating chart. This might be useful. Old playbills and schedules. I made this list of things to do. I made this list of things to do. I suppose that large X had something to do with the seating arrangements. It's in a nice line from the chandeliers. The large X on Wagner's diagram is in an area called the Mittelloge on the seating chart. I'd better check it out.
How do you feel?
Like someone's put broken glass in my brain.
I thought we'd have you back in Rittersburg by now. The Smiths are waiting for you there.
It's okay. Just stick me in a room somewhere. Are we ready for the test?
I'll check.
Could you see about some heat, Gracie? I'm really freezing in here. Are you cold?
Sure. It's cold. I'll see what I can do.
It's cold.
Good. You do that.
Herr Silbermeyer, I know you're working as fast as you can, but we're opening in less than an hour. I really need to run through some music once you're done.
Why music? They will not fall down.
I'm sure they won't, but look, you told me they'd be done by noon.
You are lucky that we could even make them in so little time. And then we drive them here special this morning.
I know that. I know. You've been great. It's just... Is everything at least going according to the diagram?
Yeah, we make it work.
What do you mean we make it work?
This diagram is not so good. We make changes, yeah?
Oh my God. Look, there weren't supposed to be changes. I told you to follow the diagram exactly.
Maybe in 1945 we followed diagram exactly. But today, we make changes.
What are you saying?
These measurements are not the same as today. Now, if we make the chandeliers the same distance from each other, just as marked, but the distance from chandeliers to the walls, no, not the same.
Why aren't the measurements the same? This is the Wittelbacher Theater, isn't it?
Yeah, but not the same Wittelsbacher Theater. The bombs hit the first one. This one is very close, but smaller.
But everything looks so old.
Oh, they take the art and the wood and save it. Remake theater later, after the war.
Of course. Of course. How could I be so stupid? I'm a history major.
It's okay. The chandeliers work good. Same distance from each other, but just not two walls.
Yes. I'm sure you've done your best. Thank you.
This does not look good.
Georg, I need you to promise me something.
What?
There may be some distractions tonight in the audience in Act 3. I need you to keep playing no matter what.
What distractions? What are you saying?
Don't get upset. It's just, well, it is opening night. The audience might be a bit rowdy, you know?
Are you serious?
But we have extra security lined up, so if anything were to happen, it would be taken care of. So just, you know, keep playing.
Grace, I do not even want to know what you are talking about. This is a brand new Wagner opera. I am not going to stop the performance, even if Wagner himself comes floating out on stage.
Great. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Wagner himself floats up on stage. Det skulle vara något där. Nervös.
This is definitely the Mythologe. According to Wagner, von Glauer gets seated here, Liber too. Now I just need to find a way to block the doors.
The restrooms are back there. I don't need to go that way at the moment.
Looks like I found a spotlight, and one that's not often used by the look of it.
There's the hot seat. I could shine the spotlight just about anywhere if I wanted to. There's the hot seat. I could shine the spot. There's the hot. I could shine the spotlight. There's the hot seat. There's the hot seat.
There.
Perfect.
Nu då, the stage is soon set.
Paul,
Yeah.
you're going to see 2 special invitations tonight. One is addressed to a man named Baron von Glauer, the other is Kommissar Lieber. Both will be seated in the Mittelloge. I have it marked here.
No problem.
Oh, and when Kommissar Lieber arrives, please find me. I need to speak with him before he's seated.
Yes, Frau Nakimura.
Vad är det för svårt? Gabriel tycker att det är lite kallt så vi måste värma på det. Lite mer. Det var en halv spade liksom.
The furnace doesn't appear to be running at the moment. Grace Nakamura. The furnace doesn't appear to be running at the moment. The furnace doesn't appear to be running at the moment. The furnace doesn't appear to be. The furnace doesn't need any more coal. The furnace doesn't appear to be running at the moment. Looks like an old... A lot of theater junk. quaint. These little latches hold the doors open.
Fan, jag måste hitta ett par nycklar här någonstans. Vad fan är de då? Här. Lovely, lovely. Eller är det... Jo, det var nyckeln. Behöver sätta igång... pannan också.
Not much in here.
Keys.
I've already put plenty of coal in there. I don't need to open the door. The furnace doesn't appear to be running at the moment.
Nej, men får vi igång den då?
The furnace doesn't appear to be running at the moment. The furnace doesn't need any more coal.
Nej,
I've already put plenty of coal in there. I don't need to open the door.
Det ska dras igång igen. Fan då.
I've already put plenty of coal in there. I don't need...
Det var jäkla nedrigt det här. Automatic.
The pilot is already lit. I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything. There we go. I don't think I should open the door while the furnace is burning.
Nej, det kan jag inte vara bra. Not when it's burning. ska vi se. Jag måste savea här. Savea. Men! Save it. Djurparken replace. Opera. Let's see. Då kör vi.
Gabriel, we have to move you now.
Sorry. Is it time for the test?
No, we don't have time. I found a safe place for you downstairs. You'll be all right there.
But the test?
It's too late to change anything now, even if we could test it. Come on.
Does it lock?
Plug your ears and you probably won't feel a thing.
Yeah, I still wish we tested it. We're not going to get another shot, Gracie.
Just rest. I'll see you later.
Here we go.
Gabriel,
What?
I have to tell you something. I screwed up.
What are you talking about, Gracie?
The chandelier foreman had to change the measurements. It's the theater. It's not the same Whittle-Bacher theater. It's been rebuilt, and this one is smaller. I'm not sure the crystals will work.
I can't believe you did this. God damn you, Gracie! You did it on purpose, didn't you?
Gabriel!
Open the door! Open the goddamn door!
No.
You open the door this minute. If you can't manage a simple goddamn fucking diagram, I'll take care of things myself! Myself, do you hear me? Open it!
I'm sorry. I'll do the best I can.
Gracie! Gracie!
Raging! Raging Gabe. And so it begins. The beginning of the end. Lite music time. Opera time.
Come in.
Kommissar Lieber, at your service.
I'm one of the show's producers, Herr Lieber. Thank you so much for helping us out this evening. You came with another officer, and you came armed. Is that correct?
Just as the invitation specified. But why did you ask me? The Ordnungspolizei usually supply extra security.
One of our producers is a fan of yours. We needed the extra security, and he wanted to make sure you got good seats for tonight's performance.
Oh, they are very good seats, very generous. But is there some specific trouble you're expecting this evening?
Believe me when I say that nothing at all will probably happen.
I hope you're all right. I would like to meet this van after the performance.
I hope that will be possible, Kommissar. Thank you again.
My pleasure.
About the trap. Now I just need to make sure he doesn't get out.
You won't get out.
Hardly subtle. Wagner.
Nothing but a lot of useless junk in here. There's nothing but a lot of useless junk in here. Thing out here. Wonder if this pulley is being used for anything. Ah, hell, who cares? That roll of tape might be useful.
Does that look like a roll of tape? Inte därifrån.
Oops.
Jag måste säga vad här. Man kan faila här.
These look like costumes for the male lead in the opera. I'm not quite ready.
Det här gör vi. Så här ska man inte göra. Det här som man icke gör. Här failar man någon gång första gången man spelar. Local novelist disappears. Strange circumstances leave out for this baffled. Mysig lyckat. Try again.
No point in putting on makeup with these jeans.
På med den där. Allvarligt. På med den där. Byter vi. Skip. Där. Om inte hade skett i sinne som kom vi på att någon skulle komma in helt plötsligt. Så det var kört ändå. Så man kommer på det där liksom. Utan att misslyckas första gången med. Undrar om det är någon som har klarat det utan att. Nu går vi och gömmer oss. Sen kan man ju försöka ta och grabba honom igen. Då blir det ändå Hilfe! Så därför tar man tejp i. Annars ropar han på hjälp igen.
Sorry, bud. We're just one Engelhart too many.
Tejpa ihop han. Let's play.
Kommt! Wo ist die Musik? Wo ist die Unterhaltung? Bringt die Sänger!
Oh, Gabriel is on stage. I'm taking up memory.
Es ist eine Freude. Schaut, wie sie spielen, nur für euch und immer fort. Seht nur den Dicken und auch den Dummen dort. Es ist eine Freude. Der Dumme, ich habe ihn nie zuvor gesehen.
Zu ihrem Vorteil, noch niemals lachte ich mehr.
aber nicht so fröhlich.
Ihr habt keinen Sinn für Humor, wenn ihr so denkt.
Es ist eine Freude.
Kein Mastkalb, spielt nicht den Märtyrer. Laut, laut.
Here goes nothing. Oh.
Es ist eine Freude.
Alright. Nu så. Nu är det dags för det stora avslöjandet.
Nicht zu verstehen, ich vermag. Es ist doch mein Hochzeitstag.
Der Jäger beschleicht sein Opfer. Es ist nur ein Scherz, Baron.
Ich hoffe, Sie fangen den Dummen.
Euer Witz ist so stumpf wie eure Schwerter Schmied.
Der beschleicht sein Opfer.
What's going on?
Das ist nicht komisch, haltet sofort ein.
Nicht, ist das Verbot, mein Gott!
Jag kliade på det. Blir det jobbigt? Okej, det som undrar vad fuck is going on här. Jo, vad hände? Jo, akustiken och musiken gjorde att den tvingade fram en förvandling. Och nu börjar det här, kan jag säga. Frågan om det går att säga här nu. För att det här är sista pusslet. Nu kommer jag fuska, jag kommer gå igenom en guide här. Säkert det funkar, men nu ska vi se. Basement. Okej. Fucked up. Helvete, det är kört. Där är jag. Okej, jag vet inte vilket håll, det är en triangel liksom. Oh man, där. Jag kan inte konfrontera honom rakt på. Jag startar om hela pusslet. Nu kör jag. Okej, nu börjar jag. Right. Stänger vi där. Nej! Så fucked up. Se vad som händer om man springer in i. Jag har stängt in honom där, så det kan ju omöjligt locka honom dit han ska. Du är där inne. Möter jag honom lite här. Man har inte en chans mot en flera hundraårig werewolf liksom. Ja, då kör vi här igen. Men enligt det här andra close the second door in the basement. Jag får inte heller hända. Då blir det sådär. Oh my god. This is so... Please. Kommer det ut där? Nej, försöka lösa det här på eget sätt. savea. Vet inte. Basement. Basement 2 då. Oh man. Det försvann ljudet också. The sound is gone. Det skulle vara... Fan, det går inte att göra så. Kanske är den fucked up. Vad händer med ljudet? Oh yeah. Well, well. Oh my lordy bordy. I fucked up again. Oh. Jag kommer inte gå dit ändå mer. Det där var inte så bra. Det är kört. Det är kört. Igen. Fucked up. Ja, vi testar med den här igen då. ha varit fel jävla kukdörr alltså. Varför göra sig själv som en jävla triangel? Man ser inte riktigt. Ibland kan man peka på något annat. Kan vi säga. Åh herregud alltså. Oh my god. Gör så här. Turn right. Go forward tänker jag nu. Här ska det bli bättre. Så. got you now, you mother. I hope so. Som inte är 100% så... Ending hope. Man vet aldrig. No! Okay, let's go. back. Oh man. Open up. Let's put an end to this.
I can't attack him by myself. It's already open.
Ah, nej, men vad fan då? Okej. Tredje gången gillt. Sorry about that. Göra en save precis innan här. Och klantar sig sådär. Man har inte så stora marginaler. Man kan klicka en grej fel så då är det. That sucks. Förbi här.
The black one! Shoot the black one!
Stand back! Öppna bara bilen. Oh my god. För tidigt. Kom igen. That sucks.
It's already open.
Det är inte svårare än så att man ska klicka på rätt ställe! Jesus! Det börjar lite lacka alltså. Öppna barbecue. Say hello. Och fixa sådana. Kör gärna på där. Funkar. Upp. Kom igen. Ja, men för helvete! Är det spelet som är, eller vad fan är problemet? Jag hinner inte med. När han hoppar så kan man trycka på honom. Det är det enda man behöver göra. Det enda fucking grej man behöver göra. Nej, jag vet inte om det är spel som laggar. Justera, man kan bygga. Så mycket kan jag säga. Det behövs inget mer. Jävla missklick.
It's already open.
Sådär.
Go! Don't shoot! Let him go!
Let him go.
Det kanske spökar. Det får lite. Äntligen.
I'm going back to school soon. It's all arranged.
Don't do that.
You didn't even want me on this case.
It came up so quickly.
Give me a break.
Fine, I wanted you safe in America, so sue me. It won't happen again. It won't.
What was Von Glauer really like?
I liked him. Haven't you ever wished you could just follow your instincts? Live for the moment?
Yes.
That was Von Glauer.
Von Glauer? Was that pit of bodies? Ludwig's suicide. There's always a price, Gabriel. Don't you know that by now?
I made my choice, Gracie.
So you did. Do you know why?
I guess when it comes right down to where the buck stops, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that, Gracie.
Yes.
They won't stop testing you, you know.
It'll get easier, though. Don't you think, Gracie? Don't you think?
Så där ja. That's it. Lite lökig musik alltså. Ja, det var A Beast Within, A Gabriel Knight Mystery. Vem vet, Gabriel Knight 3 kanske en vacker dag. Jag hade hoppats på en remasterad version kanske av Gabriel Knight 3. Men annars får det bli den gamla versionen. We will see, we will see. Så tack för att ni har tittat. Om ni likar så subscribe. Ja. Inte mer att säga än